Hello you guys, my name is Marko. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Right now the audio is probably not going to be the best, but it's fine because I'm working on that, so it will get better pretty soon. On this video, I want to talk to you guys about five art tips if you are a beginner artist. That's what it is. Okay? So hopefully this video can really help you guys a lot. Okay, so for number one is to find an artist or whatever photo, whatever that inspires you to make art. Because here's the thing, if you want to get to the business, whatever, you need to have that motivation. And when you ever have found like a photo or something that you really do enjoy, I would recommend you guys go find that artist that you like, get inspired by it, and also like buy one of his prints, one of his artwork or something like that, and grab it and put it up on your wall. Because if you save it on your phone, your laptop, put it as a wallpaper, any form of devices, you're gonna ignore it, because that happened to me a lot. Right, you put it as a wallpaper, you're gonna, in your phone, your laptop, whatever, you're gonna open up your messages, the internet, a video game or something like that, you're never gonna see it. But if you have a print and you put it on your wall, you're gonna see it all the time. So that's what I recommend. Get yourself a print if you can. So there's that part. And don't buy a print that's extremely big. You don't need that. You just need something really small so you can look at it and you get inspired to make your art. In addition to that, I think it's a good idea is to also have, and next to that, is to have art that you are happy with, art that you're happy to show people. Because that kind of like, that artwork kind of helps you to make sure in your brain, kind of put you in the path saying, look, sometimes I feel doubt. Sometimes I don't know if I can do certain pieces of art. But when you put a piece of art that you did, you look at that and you're like, wow, like this art, right? I did that. And it looks pretty damn cool. This means that I'm able to do other things. It's kind of like reviewing your accomplishment or the skills that you have and then looking at them and be like, look, I can actually do this, because doubt seeks into your brain, and when it seeks in, it's not a very good idea. But once you look at pieces you've done, it makes you your doubt makes it seem more like, I could probably paint this, I could probably draw this because I've done this, and you're looking at it. So it's good to have the inspiration to keep you motivated, and also your own artwork to kind of like make you rethink or think that you can actually accomplish things. You always want to think about the things that you accomplish in life, because when you look at that, it kind of gives you more motivation to actually want to complete and do more things. And I always try to write that down. You can write certain things on your wall, like certain things that you purchased that were big purchases that got you to get closer to your dreams and aspirations, and that helps a lot. Now, for the second tip is to use good art supplies. Don't use cheap art supplies or expensive art supplies. There's brands out there that are really good and spicy, and the artwork is so good, but they're gonna cost you an arm and a leg, especially when it comes to art, right? Don't use products that are low and below, because those products, they're cheap as hell, but the quality of the art that you can get is not going to be good. A lot of times you look at these people doing great pieces of art because they use expensive product or they use good products when it comes to the art, and then when you try to do it, you buy products that are cheaper because like the price seems really good. This person is using colored pencils. I'm going to go buy colored pencils. You buy them, but then you buy the cheapest one, and then you don't get the results that you want because you bought the cheapest one. And that will basically, that will keep you in your mindset saying that you can't do this. Your art sucks. What is going on? That kind of sinks down into your brain, but in reality, you don't suck. It's just that you just bought the wrong type of art supplies, and that's really important. I've seen people, they buy the brand called Apple Barrel, which I have, and a lot of people use that to blend. Some people buy that and they use it, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend, not like two colors, but kind of like do like a grading effect with that, and they try to do that, and then it doesn't work. And then one of the things that I think in my brain is like, it doesn't work because this paint is not very good for blending. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would recommend you guys, if you're gonna paint something like a solid color, yes, Apple Barrel is good. But if you want to blend, like make a grading effect, like if you want to do a sunset and paint that and make it like a grading effect, do not buy Apple Barrel. It's not going to be good for that. Buy other brands. But if you just want to paint like a solid color, do solid color blocking, Apple Barrel, it's going to be good for you. Okay? That's basically the example I'm saying. Okay? So it's good to do research. So there's that part. So you need to really look forward to, okay? To me, I do use, there's some piece of art that I do use. I use colored pencil, and the colored pencil I use is Prism, and I feel like those are really good. They're not too expensive, but they are like kind of out there, but it's also good to go research a colored pencil brand, and then go onto the internet, see how much it costs, and then go watch videos of people using that, and how they use it, and I feel like that's pretty nice. Okay, and then it's like, there's that. Now, usually, you know, like I said, we want to use good products, not expensive. Expensive products, they tend to be good, but there are some that are reasonably priced that are actually really good, okay? So that's what I recommend, because if you buy something that's really cheap, it's going to deteriorate you from making art, and makes you feel like, my art sucks, which in reality it's not. It's just your art. It's just that, you know, the supplies they use suck, you know? Yeah, because there's like artwork, there's a lot of, the reason why they make this, because there's a lot of kids, stop people want to get into art and stuff like that, and they want to spend so much money, so they go with the ladder, you know, crayon. It creates the art, and crayon tends to be the one that do these things a lot. And I noticed this when it came to like, what's it called, buying colored pencils. I ended up buying cheap colored pencils, and it got like these small little white dots on it that made it look like colored pencil, and I never liked colored pencil, never used them because of that. But then when I ended up getting Prism colors, they don't have that effect, where I learned how to actually color with colored pencils, and now it's like I got Prism color, I learned how to use colored pencils, and now I love it because now I get to actually use them the way that I would love to. So there's that. Okay, for this next one, which number 3 is this. Okay? Is to swatch all of your colors into a piece of paper. What I mean by this is that if you have like, I don't know, if you have like alcohol-based markers, or if you have like, what's it called? If you have any form of markers, any form of colored pencils or anything like that, or paint, I recommend swatching them into a piece of paper, just because, and writing down the name of it, just because when you're about to paint something, you get to refer to that paper and say, okay, this is how it's going to look like, so this is the color I want. Because a lot of times the color that you see on your brush, on your paint, whatever, it's not really the color you're going to see on the actual paper. So it's actually really good to kind of do that. And that's something I do, and I love doing it, because then I get to like I don't have to waste. Like, I don't have to get a piece of paper and kind of color something just to see what color it is. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Well, no, this is not the one. I don't get to waste that, because I already have a paper, and it has all the swatches on it, and it has all the names of what color it is, and I can show, okay, this is the color I want. Okay, by the way, it's also going to be already dried, so this is the color I want, and then I get to grab it, and I get to use it, and I can use it with confidence because I know what color it is, because I see it right here on my little paper that have a lot of swatches in my name and the names of the colors. So that, I think that's pretty cool. So there's that. Okay, so for this next one, I feel like this one will only apply to traditional type of artists, but then also digital artists could also apply, because it could be pretty interesting. You know, and you can also probably take some of these things away and put it into like digital art or something like this, is to get yourself a pencil case and be a little bit more organized. Now, if you are a traditional artist, right? You want to have this to help make sure it has like, don't just get like a box and just push up all your pencils, all your erasers and everything like that. I don't recommend that, because when you want to get a pencil and you reach in there and you get a colored pencil, it's not what you want. It becomes a little bit more like, you know, annoying, because everything is shoved in there. And I've done that, and it's not great. So it's always a good idea to have like a pencil case that has like dividers on it. One that has all of your colored pencils, the other one has your actual pencils. And when your pencils are, there's where your sharpener and your razors are. And then the other one, you can have your earbuds or something like that. Just have everything just right there. So when you're gonna start drawing, you know where things are at. Okay, and everything not gonna be all in it. Not just have one big giant thing. Now, if you're a digital artist, you can buy something so you can put your like digital art tablet, or you can get yourself a place to put your pencil in or something like that. I mean, not pencil, stylus or pen or stylus pen or something like that. You know, have those things and have other stuff that associated with your tablet, like the charger, or you can also have headphones or something like that. So there's that. But that one, I feel like it's more like it goes more in line with a tech pouch or something like that. But if you're a traditional artist, pencil case that has cool dividers, pretty cool, and they have a lot of them on Amazon. Now for this last one, it's probably gonna be rough, a little bit of feathers of some people. Like some people might not like this, but I'm gonna call it what it is. Okay, is to copy people's artwork but don't trace it. What do I mean by that? You know, that's basically the way I said it is the way it is. You're copying other people's artwork, but you're not tracing it. Meaning that there's a person that does a piece of work of art and you put your paper on top of it and just tracing over it, that's tracing. Don't do that. Copying is basically, you got a piece of paper, there's an artwork there, and you're just going to look at the artwork, and then you're just going to draw it, and look at it and draw it. That's basically what it is, copying. But it's more like seeing a piece of art and doing your own spin on it and kind of like recreate, because all of us, we all need, like, especially when we're making art, we need a reference. We need something to look forward to. And it could be like as simple as like a photo or photography or a video or something like that. There's a lot of things you can look forward to. Like a lot of people telling you like anatomy and stuff like that. Well, you need to kind of copy anatomy and stuff like that, you know. To me, one of the things that I used to do a while ago is that I used to trace like this is the way I want to do. I'm gonna trace all these characters, figure, but instead of having his hand like this, I want to have it different. And when I did it like that way, it wasn't good. It took me like so much time to actually finish it, stuff like that. No, do not do that. Just simply just get a piece of paper or digital art and just trace it. Do not trace on top of it and then decide to, you know what, this one I want to have a different hand. Do not do that, because it's going to take you forever to get done and it's not good, right? The end result is going to come out weird, and then you might want to erase it. So if you want your character, if the character you trace in his hand is like this, okay, so you trace that, you know, the body of the character, but in the hands you want it to be like this, so it won't look like the actual thing that you're tracing at. If I find another character that has his hand like this, it's gonna look weird. So I would just recommend just doing that. And reference is very, very important. You can do it with imagination, but then you also need reference, and you can do both of them. It's not so much like you're actually copying this artist. It's more like you're taking certain elements and making it your own, right? And you gotta make it so much different that it just doesn't look like the actual character that you try to like replicate, try to copy. And this thing is something they do a lot on movies. You know, there's films out there that, this film was really inspired by this film, by that film. I really got inspired by it. Or like this thing got inspired by, like a lot of people say, oh, I got inspired by Guardians of the Galaxy, or I got inspired by Alice in Wonderland, the story. But you know, there's people that get inspired. You're not 100% copying, just get inspiration from it and put a whole bunch of twists into it. You know, like for instance, Star Wars, right? Basically, Star Wars, the director, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I don't know, so much stuff has happened, I forgot his name, but like, George Lucas. Yeah, George Lucas. He was there. He said in an interview that he got inspired by I think it was a comic or novel called Valkyrie, or something like that. And there's a lot of things that he got inspired by that in order to create his universe of Star Wars. So I found that to be very interesting. And yeah, he just got inspired by it. And that's what the way it is. A lot of people get inspired by a lot of things, right? You know, so it's not so much copying, you just get inspired. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy these 5 tips for beginner artists. If you're doing art or anything like that, just find that inspiration. Find that art that basically speaks to you, or art that you actually like. You know, it could be whatever. If it's hentai, then it's hentai. I'm not here to judge people or something like that. It is what it is. Right? Art is art, and just make your own. Just don't get in trouble by making your art, you know. But you always want to have that confidence, and also it's important to have like a place where there's a desk, you know, there's your iPad, laptop, or whatever, or your phone. You can sit there, start drawing, put on music, and then everything like that. One thing I will tell you is that when it comes to mood to do your art, a window is always a good option to be close to a window, because that really does change your mood. So maybe I'll do a separate video talking about art moods. So like, how can you get into the mood to make art? And I feel like that could be very interesting, because these are things that I look for on YouTube and I can't find them. So if I can't find them, I'm gonna make them. Okay? Because I'll be the first one to do that. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later. And then bye.